Why would one of God's most powerful angels betray him? And how did Archangel Michael stop a rebellion that threatened the entire universe? They say heaven is a place of peace, but what if I told you it was once a battlefield? A war so intense that it shook the very foundations of creation. Archangel Michael, the commander of God's army, and Lucifer, the most beautiful and powerful angel, clashed in a battle that changed everything. But what really happened? And what does this ancient war mean for us today? Stay with me, because the truth is far more shocking than you think. The battle between Archangel Michael and Lucifer is one of the most mysterious and debated events in history. It's a war that wasn't fought with swords and shields, but with power, pride, and divine judgment. What led to this cosmic conflict? Why did one of the most powerful angels turn against God? And how did Michael, the warrior of heaven, lead the charge against Lucifer? Today, we uncover the hidden truth behind this legendary battle, the spiritual significance it holds, and how its effects still shape our world today. To truly understand this battle, we must go back to the very beginning. Before Lucifer's rebellion, he was known as the morning star, the most radiant of all angels. He was created perfect, full of wisdom, beauty, and power. Ezekiel 28 describes him as an anointed guardian cherub who walked among the fiery stones in heaven. He was not just any angel. He held a position of great importance, leading worship and standing in the presence of God. But then, something changed. Pride crept into Lucifer's heart. He was no longer content to serve. He wanted to rule. He desired to ascend above the stars, to make himself like the Most High. Isaiah 14:12-15. He began to believe that he was equal to God, and this thought grew into rebellion. But he wasn't alone. Using his charm and intelligence, Lucifer deceived a third of heaven's angels into believing they too could rise above their Creator. This marked the beginning of the greatest conflict in spiritual history. Opposing Lucifer stood Archangel Michael. Unlike Lucifer, Archangel Michael was loyal, devoted, and obedient to God. He is often described as a warrior, the protector of God's people, and the leader of heaven's armies. Archangel Michael never sought power for himself. His strength came from his unwavering faith and submission to God's will. Lucifer's plan was set into motion. He and his followers turned against God, spreading lies and deceit throughout heaven. The Bible describes this rebellion as an all-out war, one that could not be ignored. Revelation 12:7 states, "Then war broke out in heaven. Archangel Michael and his angels fought against the dragon, and the dragon and his angels fought back." But how did this war unfold? This was not a battle fought with earthly weapons. It was a clash of divine power, where righteousness stood against rebellion. Lucifer, once the most glorious of angels, had now become the dragon, the adversary, the one who sought to overthrow God's throne. He and his army fought with all their might, but Archangel Michael and his angels stood firm. Archangel Michael, empowered by God, struck with overwhelming force. He was not fighting alone. He led the armies of heaven in a battle of absolute justice. The clash was unlike anything that had ever occurred before. The power of God surged through Archangel Michael and his warriors, and one by one, Lucifer's forces began to fall. In one final decisive moment, Archangel Michael delivered the crushing blow. Defeated and humiliated, They were cast out, not just banished, but hurled down from the highest realms into a place of separation from God. Some believe this marked the beginning of hell itself. No longer the shining morning star, Lucifer had become Satan, the deceiver of nations, the enemy of mankind. But Lucifer's war did not end in heaven. He took his rebellion to a new battlefield, Earth. The book of Genesis reveals his first attack, the temptation of Adam and Eve in the Garden of Eden. Disguised as a serpent, he whispered lies into Eve's ear, leading humanity into sin. This was his vengeance. If he could not overthrow God's throne, he would corrupt his creation. From that moment on, Lucifer has continued his war against humanity. He influences nations, spreads deception, and seeks to lead people away from God. Throughout history, we see his fingerprints: wars, destruction, and moral corruption. He works through systems of power, whispers doubt into the hearts of people, and fuels pride just as he did in heaven. But what about Archangel Michael? His battle did not end in heaven either. Throughout the Bible, he is described as the protector of God's people. In the book of Daniel, he is called the Great Prince who protects your people. He is believed to be the angel who leads God's armies at the end of time, standing against Satan's final attempt to deceive the world. Many believe Archangel Michael has appeared throughout history in times of great spiritual warfare. Some accounts suggest that he was the angel who stopped Abraham from sacrificing Isaac, the one who fought for Israel, and the warrior who will lead the final battle against the forces of darkness in the end times. Hence, the war between Archangel Michael and Lucifer is not over. The Bible warns of a final confrontation, one that will take place at the end of time. Revelation describes a future where Satan gathers the nations for one last rebellion, but Archangel Michael and the armies of heaven will stand against him once more. The battle between Michael and Lucifer wasn't just an ancient conflict. It's a war that continues today. Lucifer fell because of pride, and his mission has never changed: to turn as many souls away from God as possible. But Michael, the warrior of light, continues to fight. The question is, where do we stand in this battle? Are we being deceived, or are we standing firm in the truth? Comment down your opinion below. But despite of this, the war isn't over yet. It has only changed battlefields. Today, the struggle between light and darkness continues, not in heaven, but in our own lives. The choices we make every day shape which side we stand on. Are we being misled by the same deception that caused Lucifer's fall? Or are we standing with Archangel Michael, defending what is true and righteous? The answer may determine more than just our present. It could shape our eternity. If you want to dive deeper into the mysteries of the Bible, the secrets hidden within its prophecies, and the ultimate fate of the world, make sure to watch our next video. We're uncovering about what does the book of Revelation really tell us? Is it sign of the end times? Stay tuned, because what we'll reveal next might change everything you thought you knew.